Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the interior and all of the remaining details for this house right here. If you haven't made the house yet, feel free to check out the card system, the description below, or the top of the comment section for that tutorial. You have to have made this that's right behind me first before you can follow this tutorial along. Now, before we begin, I do want to let you know that there won't be any item lists in this video because there are simply going to be way too many materials to keep track of. However, I will show you every single time we grab a whole new, just like this, inventory full of materials. So the first thing that we're going to be starting off with is red wool, black concrete, glass pane, red carpet, buttons, tripwire hook, glow item frame, ladders, and chests. So, step 1. The first thing that we're going to do for our brand new house is we are going to make a car. Anywhere on the drive, it really doesn't matter. I'd probably do it maybe in line with where we have this lime or perhaps the green. And leaving probably a gap of 1, we're going to place a row of 1, 2, 3 red wool. Black concrete behind the left and right sides, red wool in between, and then 2 rows of red wool, another row with black concrete on the end, red wool in between, and then a final row of red. It will give you something that looks like this. At this point in time, you can have the car either facing forwards or backwards. The back of the car is going to have the red wool on top of the back 2 wheels, glass pane in between, extend the red wool forwards by 2 using glass pane joining together in the middle, with then red carpet on top of the bonnet, the boot or trunk, then red carpet on top of the cab of the car, might you call it, the middle part of the car that you sit in, just to fill this all in. Stone buttons on the sides of the wheels, if you fancy making them look more wheel-like. Tripwire hooks for door handles, these are towards the rear set of wheels. Glow item frames for the headlights, ladder in between. It doesn't quite make sense to have glow item frames, by the way, for a car that's not actually like turned on. Like, why would the lights be on unless you've forgotten and then you're running the battery flat? But I just like it better. Same thing for the back. I'm just going to chuck a couple of glow item frames. If you want them to look like reverse lights, you can even put some red wool in there. Or, yeah, some just kind of like side lights and reverse lights. And that's pretty much it for the car. That is the car complete. So, we are going to grab some different materials. The next thing that we're going to do is the interior for the garage. Now, we already have some of it made, and we are going to need the chest for this, crafting table, stone cutter, smithing table, cartography table, grindstone, maybe even lanterns, and some flower pots. You may even want to grab some additional materials, but we're going to head into the garage. We're going to make a super simple, very, very easy interior. We're going to take all of the crafting related blocks and stack them on the unit that we made. Grindstone hanging above, a couple of chests to the right of this, lantern, flower pot. By the way, it would seem that on bedrock you can't place flower pots on trapdoors. Completely forgot about that, but we can circumvent that by adding another grindstone or a chest or a crafting table. Maybe a crafting table would be better up here. And there you go, just a super simple garage. Equally so, although it doesn't make too much sense, you could put a car in the garage. Or a motorcycle would make even more sense. There's still room for one. Maybe we'll make one at the end. It wasn't on the plan, but maybe we could. There's not a lot of room for it, but hey, we'll see. So, now we're going to come out the back. Now, what do I want to have here? So, this is something that I designed. I don't know if it looks enough like one, but it's kind of close. So, we need smooth red sandstone stairs, cut red sandstone, black stone stairs, acacia trapdoor, acacia fence gate, black banners, and with a skeleton schools. Oh, we also need acacia pressure plates. Don't know why I don't have that, but we need it. So, we're making a lawnmower. So the lawnmower, it's 3 blocks long, well, 3.5 blocks long. Begin with a sandstone stair, cut sandstone behind, upside down black stone stair behind that, acacia trapdoor, with then acacia fence gate open towards the back, like they want to hang over, like they want to point towards the back. black banners on the sides of the middle of the mower, with then an acacia pressure plate on top, and then, inward facing with a skeleton skulls. I said that slowly, so that got it right, towards the front and the back. And it's sort of, and I do use the term loosely, sort of looks like a lawnmower. And by the way, if you consider the fact that this is a lawnmower, right, then the reason that it's probably out is because the lawn needs mowing. So if you wanted to, you could kind of like destroy some of this grass and have it ready to be mowed, if that makes sense. So like, obviously, like the lawnmower wouldn't be out unless the lawn needed mowing, and well, there you go. And by the way, it's just a very small detail. If you don't like it, you don't even have to have it out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is kind of like the outside portion of the house complete now. There's not really anything else to add unless we do add a little bit more inside the garage. Now, we do have just a couple more things that we can do with the materials that we have. So the materials that we're going to be using for this next portion, we can dump that. We need tripwire hook, armor stand, chest, button, may even be able to use the lantern. So the point of all this, maybe we should add a mailbox too. We might do that at the end. So the point of this is that I want to add a button left of the door. Just looks like it's just a doorbell. And then you could even have a lantern hanging. No, we can't. We cannot have a lantern hanging unless you put something to hang the lantern from. I probably wouldn't bother. So let's come in here. In here is a porch. Now the purpose of a porch is to, in my mind, like store clothes and shoes and stuff, so like, and coats. So we've got an armor stand in here, chest next to it, and then next to this door, we're going to have a tripwire hook, and I'm going to grab two materials that we don't have already. So I want to grab a banner. That's a loom. I want to grab a banner, and I might grab like something that looks like a hat. Neverite? No, not Neverite. We'll go with the leather. We'll grab like a hat and a coat. Now, the coat could be more fancy. So, hat, coat on the armor stand, and I'm going to just hang a banner off here. And that's kind of like a who knows what that is, but, you know, it kind of looks like it should be there. And there we go. That's kind of like the little porch area sorted out. If you wanted to, also, you can clean up, is what I was trying to say, the inside of the porch here too. You could even have a painting. No, I wouldn't bother adding painting. But anyway, there we go. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to move into this hallway. Now, with the hallway, okay, we don't really have too many of the materials that we need for the hallway. So, what we do have, though, is dark prismarine, quartz bricks, lodestones. I guess I'm wearing the diamond chest now. So, we have to kind of like map out the living room, the hallway, the bathroom, etc., etc. So, the way that we're going to do that is we're actually going to start towards the back door. And bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, because, you know, I want to make sure that these things are right. So, next to the back door here, I want to place two dark prismarine. And then we're going to build up the wall using quartz bricks. We only really have to place about 3 quartz bricks, so that'd be 1, 2, 3. And this is a good point to establish here, and then lodestones on top. And these lodestones, by the way, this is where the kind of like ceiling line is. So this is the ceiling line. If we grab birch planks, then birch planks will be on top of this, if this makes sense. So this is kind of like the ground floor, this is the ceiling where the lodestones are, and then the next floor will start where the birchwood planks are, which is where, and just above that is where the dark prismarine is. So it's almost as if like, it's like with the ground floor, essentially, if that makes sense. Like we've got the prismarine and then the quartz on top of it. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. So anyway, now that we've created this little closet here, it's actually a pantry. We want to move 1 row left, and then we want to leave a gap of 1. So like we want to move forwards 1, 2, stick a dark prismarine there. That dark prismarine is going to come all the way towards the front here, and it is going to, like, this is the entrance to the living room, as a matter of fact. That's where the entrance to the living room is. Now, if we leave a gap of 2 between this prismarine, leaving a gap of 1, 2, so here, we're going to place a dark prismarine on the ground, extend backwards by 1, 2, 3, 4, left 1, and then back 1, 2, 3, then go right 1. So a door should, let's grab a door, because this here, opposite where we have where we have the back door, this is a bathroom. And you can even seal this off by kind of like just having a 2x2 little square inside of here. The dark prismarine that's kind of like sticks out here, like we can raise this up a little bit. Well, we shouldn't even raise it up a little bit because it actually turns into a staircase. So if we were to grab just quartz stairs here, right? So if we grab quartz stairs and we place a quartz stairs next to the first dark prismarine, and then we start to extend the quartz stairs up, knowing where the floor is because we have this birch plank placed here, we can kind of like extrapolate the lodestones, and then we can place a little bit of birch planks. Grammar. So a little bit of birch planks, and we can, if we just extend the lodestones out a little bit, then we'll be able to connect the dark prismarine to where the ceiling's going to be, and you can see where the staircase is as well. We'll grab some, as a matter of fact, we'll grab it now. I do kind of want to do like a clean slate of materials, but we only kind of like need one new material at a time so far. Like, we're not decorating an entire room. So I kind of just want to have some spruce fence next to the stairs, just because I think it looks kind of nice. We're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit though. So let's box in the toilet using our dark prismarine and our quartz bricks. So as I mentioned, that little cubby hole there, that is a toilet. It's just a downstairs toilet, just like this. Very convenient. So for those of us that don't like walking or climbing stairs. So we can also raise up this little wall here using quartz bricks. We only have to raise it up about 3 rows. And then that kind of like, and then that part of the house is actually quite messy. But if you walk through it, you can kind of see that this is the stairs, this is the living room. We can create enough space for a door. And if we start putting doors, so like this will be the door to the living room. This will be the door to the kitchen here. And then we can seal that up using quartz bricks. So inside here is where we have to now start considering where the kitchen is. So the kitchen is quite simply put, one moment please. So the kitchen is quite simply, next to the door here, we want to have like a dark prismarine and then quartz bricks heading up to the ceiling. I think that we might even box this in because it looks a little bit messy. And then I'm almost positive, you know, I'm almost positive that like the doorway is kind of like here, right? So like we walk in and around, and then the line here, like we want to cut this off with dark prismarine and then quartz bricks. So we almost want to make it as though like the doors kind of like box in kind of like a corner here. So like you walk straight in, there's a wall there, and then you walk to the right, there's a pantry here. The pantry is made using spruce doors, but you know, whatever. And this will be sealed in using like quartz bricks, and then that leaves us the rest of the room. And inside the rest of the room we can actually mark it out a little bit because we have lodestones. We can place from this little wall that we created here, lodestone, gap of 2, 2 lodestones, dark prismarine, extend the prismarine to the right across the back of the room, and then 2 lodestones, gap, 1 lodestone, gap, 2 dark prismarine, extend the prismarines up each by 3 towards the ceiling, so we kind of make an alcove where the sink area is. And then, if we start from this opposite corner here and place 1, 2 lodestones, gap, lodestone, then that allows us enough space for a fridge. and then extend this lodestone forwards by 1, 2, 3 in front of this window. It could even be 4 technically, but we won't do 4. And yeah, and then there we go. So that kind of like lays out the room a little bit, and I'm quite happy with that because this is the living room. The living room doesn't have any sort of fancy things that we have to do with the walls. This is the kitchen laid out. We've laid out the hallway and we've laid out the toilet, which means it's time for us to add a ceiling. So the ceiling, as I mentioned, is lodestone. So we're just going to add lodestone everywhere that we can. I think that's actually the minimum amount of space. Yep, with the lodestone there. So we want to add it above the stairs. I mean, I don't think it could be any more clear that we simply extend the lodestone across. We want it to be, we want the 1 row of dark prismarine, 3 rows of quartz, layer of lodestone, layer of birch. That's how it goes. And then we're kind of going to start again in making the layouts of the rooms. Now, I'm not 100% certain that all of the rooms are laid out in the exact same manner that they should be, but that'll become obvious towards the parts of the video where we focus on each individual room. But regardless, let's add in all of this birch, and you can see here, like, where this is, like, we should probably add another row of dark prismarine here. But each of the hallways, the downstairs hallway less so, but this upstairs hallway requires a decent amount of attention. There's a few things going on up here, so we'll just get all of this added in. This is actually just a 1-bedroom house, by the way. You can add more than 1 bedroom, like you can use the loft if you like, but I'm quite happy for it to just be 1 bedroom, or you could split the bedroom into 2. It's up to you, but anyway, upstairs, up here, you see we've got quite a good size area, and we want to grab the dark prismarine. So next to where we have the stair here, we want to knock out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, replace with prismarine, join back to this wall. Then, spruce fence around this, and we actually have, no we don't, never mind. So now that we've done this, we can focus towards the front here a little bit better, where we've kind of like got this wall. So where we have this part that sticks out next to this window, we want to move 1 row inwards, which would be here, and then we want to place 2 dark prismarine, 1, 2, and then a door will be here, and then we want to place 7. TV tried to turn itself off. I hope you guys can relate. 7 dark prismarine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And extending towards the back. And then I have some very, very vague plans here that hopefully will be illuminated by this different portion. So we've got our row of 7. And then we want to extend in 1. Towards us 1. And then all the way to the wall to the right. And then forwards 2, so like 1, 2. So this is kind of like what we've done here. And this is ever so slightly weird because we've got like this big area here. But I assume that we're supposed to box it in. So anyway, on top of the prismarine, we're going to add the 3 rows of... 3 rows, right? Even upstairs. Yep, we've got the 3 rows of quartz brick. And yeah, we'll just box that area in and it'll be fine. We've got the quartz brick directly on top of the dark prismarine here, and then we'll have a layer of lodestone on top of this, just like this. So here, I'll just place it all the way there, which means this is the bathroom, right? So this is the area from the hallway to the bathroom. Decently important area. I'm thinking, by the looks of it, we've got to extend the dark prismarine forwards here, especially this part. I think that once again, we're kind of making a sort of weird entrance. So extend forwards by... So basically, you just want to extend this wall to the left, back, and then make it so that it's like a 1 row gap through here. and then we can add some quartz bricks just to kind of like add into the wall, just like this, and then lodestone will be on top, and that'll just be the ceiling. So it's important that we have this here, and that, I mean, we can even extend the lodestone so it becomes even more obvious. I think it is, and then I think that the idea is that, again, we just have a door here, to which above the door we'll just like box this in. So, yeah, that looks just fine. And then inside here, we've got like a pretty decent-sized bathroom, which is the entire point. Like, I want nice, decent-sized rooms in here. And we can grab a little bit of a lodestone, and we can kind of like... quartz. Is that smooth quartz? It is. So we can lay this out a little bit as well. On this wall here, we leave a gap of 1 from the door. 1, 2, 3 lodestone, and then an upside down smooth quartz stair. Now we want to add 2 dark prismarine, and we want to make this area, we want to shrink this area a little bit. So we've got the 3 lodestone, upside down stair, we've got the dark prismarine, and then along this wall, we simply just want to have a dark prismarine in the corner with quartz brick, and then that will allow us to have a shower. So that's why this room looked a little bit too big, to be quite honest with you. So the shower will actually slot in here, and in the ground, you can even place it so that to the right here, we'll just have like a row of 1. Hang on. So literally the wall will be here, the drain will be here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then dark prismarine here. And then we'll have some lodestone inside of the shower like this. This end block here doesn't need to exist, and then the one to the left doesn't either. So just like this. But this might seem confusing now, but later on you're going to be like, oh, that's why. So, in the corner of the room, the opposite corner, we want a bath. Or a bath. So the bath is going to start not in the corner, 1 row away, upside down stair, and then 1, 2, 3 extending forwards, join to this wall. And underneath the bath, I am going to place, I think I'm just going to place lodestone. I might even place it inside the bath, or we could even texture it using quartz bricks. That might be alright too. So just like this. And that, you know what? That might be it for now with most of these materials, except for the fact, actually, I am going to seal the, is that a good seal impression? We're going to seal the roof off. So this is the interior ceiling. We've got the 2nd floor ceiling. And then, once this is all done, and I want to kind of like clean up the attic area, I'm not really going to put anything in the attic. I'm going to kind of like, I'll let you decide if you want the attic to be functional. But I will make it a room, and I might even add just some like boxes and a beam in there or something. I don't think I'm going to turn it into a bedroom or anything like that, anything crazy, but I do want to make the attic accessible, because it's, I don't know, it just seems right. And let's not seal myself in. Perfect. Here, so it's quite dark, but hopefully you guys... Oh, the bedroom. Okay, so inside the bedroom here, and I apologize for it being dark, but actually we can do something about that. Well, it did nothing to that end of the room. Light doesn't travel as far as I thought it did. So on this end of the room, basically, we want to have 1, 2, and we already have 1, 2 dark prismarine bricks, or dark prismarine, is it bricks? No, just dark prismarine, extending inwards from the walls, and that leaves a little slot in the middle here, which can be placed, we can either use dark prismarine, or we could use lodestone or something like that. Can even stick a lantern just up here in this sort of little cubby hole, and this is to shape the bedroom a little bit. So, in doing all of this, we are missing some stuff, by the way. You know, there's stuff that we've got to do here and there. We'll have to do little details. But in doing all of this, we can now get rid of all of these materials, which I'm not going to swear that we won't need again, because I know that we will need some of them. And in doing that, we can kind of work our way through the house now. So, do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we start in the living room, and then we kind of like progress to... We'll do the living room, then the kitchen... No, let's start in the kitchen. The kitchen's harder. So let's start with the kitchen. We'll work from the back of the house, and then we'll kind of work our way forward. So let's start in the kitchen. Let me grab some stuff that we need, and then we will continue on. So I've grabbed some of the materials that we will need for the kitchen, and this is why I haven't made item lists, because this entire set of materials will do like half of the kitchen. Just one room needs like 2 entire inventories worth of stuff. So we're going to start off with black shulker boxes, white shulker boxes, polished up black stone pressure plates, item frames, golden chest plates, birch trapdoor, black concrete, leather, and tripwire hooks. So the first thing that we're going to do, and we're kind of going to go around the room clockwise, starting from the door here. So right of the lodestone, we're going to place a black shulker box. Right of that, a white shulker box. Above the shulker box, an open trap door. In front of the black shulker box, an item frame with a golden chest plate inside of it. On the counter, feel free to chuck any sort of other kind of item of clothing inside of an item frame. On top of these lodestones here, we need a coffee machine, which is 2 black concretes, and I'm realizing we're missing material, but we can actually make do with pressure plate, I think. So 2 black concretes, lever in front of the bottom. To the right of the lever, actually, to the right of the top block, place a tripwire hook, and then, if we can place a pressure plate on top of a tripwire hook, which we can't, we'll just have to grab some black carpet later. So let's get rid of these for a sec, and let's grab detector rail, brewing stand, a weighted pressure plate, cauldron, warp sign, flower pot, quartz stairs, redstone torch, iron trapdoor. So the detector rail is for underneath the tripwire hook. The brewing stand is to the right here. We're going to stick it on the counter with a flower pot to the right. No, we'll stick a pressure plate to the right of it. On top of the other lodestone here, we'll stick a flower pot. In between this, a cauldron with a warp sign in front of it. And we need a tripwire hook above the cauldron, which I'll just steal off the coffee machine. To the right of this, I want to place a lodestone in the ground with an upside down quartz stairs above it. We need a stone pressure plate for the top of the stair. And in front of this, I want to have, so dig down to, chuck a redstone torch extending outwards from underneath the lodestone here. Replace the block that you destroyed and stick an iron trap. Why does that not work on bedrock? Oh, come on. So we'll just leave that open, or we'll fix that a little bit later on. An alternative to that is to grab that lever and then we can make that flip up. But anyway, it's a dishwasher is the entire point of this. And it doesn't matter if it's open or closed. But the thing about that is to the right of this is going to be a fridge freezer, which requires black concrete, polished black stone, tripwire hook, and then it's like a banner. We're going to need item frames. We will need iron trapdoor. We also need a pot, black stone. Oh, we do have black carpet. Okay, let's quickly use that carpet for the top of the, there we go, for the top of the coffee machine. Perfect. We can throw that black carpet away now. I don't think we ever need it again, but we'll say, oh, we do need it later. Okay. Blast furnace, polished black stone, pressure plate, and then some quartz slabs. Okay, in the corner here, black concrete, upside down black stone stairs in front of it, 2 black concretes on top of the original, extend outwards, and then just stick black concrete directly to the right of all of this. Then, tripwire hook above the upside down stair. Right of this, we want to have a couple of black concretes. In front of the bottom, we want to have an iron trapdoor in the item frame here. That is, I mean, it doesn't matter. As long as it's kind of flipped horizontally, it's all good. In this gap, blast furnace, blackstone pressure plate, gap of 1, polished blackstone stairs above it. In the corner, black concrete. In front of this end lodestone, we want to have a row of 1, 2, 3 quartz slabs. Now, we have to cycle through our materials a bit, and I have to figure out what we're going to be needing. There's so much stuff. Flower pots, we'll need lanterns, we'll need chains, we'll need scaffolding, we will need end rods. Did I say that already? Black carpet. We can even use birch trap doors. They sort of look like laptops a little bit. That might be it. So, where we have the 3 smooth quartz slabs, we want to have end rod with black carpet on them. On the counters, I would randomly sort of stack flower pots, and I'd stack lanterns, and I'd stack, I mean, you can have like a birch trap door in front of one of these seats. It sort of functions as a laptop. You got to use your imagination. You know, just stack sort of things around. I mean, even candles if we had some. Above this, what this is supposed to be kind of like a breakfast bar, so I'd like it if we had chains hanging from the left and right side of the bar with lanterns hanging down from said chains like this, and it provides a good amount of light now. Between the end rods and between the lanterns, it's pretty good. Where we have this cupboard here, I would like it if we had a light source in here. I mean, sea lanterns work just fine. And then just a little bit of scaffolding, and we can stack something on the scaffolding a bit later. And I may be mistaken here, but we're kind of like at the point where, like, I mean, we could use perhaps another item frame. What am I doing? Another item frame kind of just like here in front of this portion, and that could have food on it. But other than that, we kind of just need some shulker boxes, some actual food, and a bunch of banners. So let's grab the stuff that we need to make the banners and the shulker boxes, I suppose. We'll grab a whole new inventory set of stuff. So the next set of materials we're going to be using are going to be light grey glazed terracotta, cake, apples, cyan shulker box, loom, light blue banner, light grey dye, white dye, and some grey banners. So what we're going to be doing first of all, we're going to be ripping up some of the floor here. Basically just kind of like these two rows, kind of like towards the front of the kitchen and like in front of these appliances. We're just like leaving a gap of one everywhere and just using some light grey glazed terracotta. I want to make the counters a little bit more interesting, so like a cake on the counter, an apple in an item frame. Maybe skew the apple a little bit. It just looks kind of nice. Cyan shulker boxes will tie the entire room together by giving us some cupboards above all of the appliances here on the left, and the same on the right actually. So we're going to throw down a loom, and we're going to make the first banner of the video. My favourite. So the first banner of the video is going to be for the washing machine. Now, it's actually usually a bit more complicated than this, but it doesn't have to be. So light blue in there with, I want to say, we're going to throw light grey in there, and we're going to have a gradient effect. And we're going to have like, it doesn't matter which, probably the light blue at the top going down towards grey. Grab that, put that back in. Throw some white dye in there, and we're going to place a diagonal effect on the banner. Then we're going to add a border. I realise we're going to need more white dye. And then we're going to have a row of white straight through the middle. And then we're going to grab that, and then we're going to apply it to the washing machine. And it stands out quite a bit. Like if you wanted to, you could add the gradient effect to the middle streak of the white, but I do feel as though it kind of like makes it stand out a little bit. I don't know, I do quite like it like that, but there's a few different ways to make it. You could even have some red dye in the top right corner or top left corner to make it look as though it's actually got some clothes in there too. Next banner is for the coffee machine here. So the banner is made using a grey banner with white. It's so funny that I'm not 100%. We'll throw some light grey dye in there, and we will have, this time we'll add the diagonal effect. Grab that, put that back in. Then the gradient effect. Grab that, put that back in. Black dye in there. Whoops, we've still got some light grey. Black dye in there. And we want to have the border. Grab that, put that back in. And then we want to have the horizontal row through the middle. And we can actually get a lot of use out of this banner in particular. So we can do 3 things with it. Number 1, apply it to the coffee machine. It looks like a cool, modern coffee machine. Number 2, apply it to the oven over here. It looks like a cool, modern oven. Number 3, apply it to the microwave here. It looks like a cool, modern microwave. 1 banner, 3 jobs. Very nice. So, next banner. Did I destroy the loom? Why would I do that? So, the next banner is going to be for the fridge. And now I'm not 100% sure we have all the stuff that we need for it. But we're going to start off with a light blue banner. And then we're going to throw grey dye in there. Make the lower half of the banner light grey. Grab that, put that back in. We need white dye. Okay, we use too much white, so grab a white dye there. So throw that banner back in there with some white dye. Add a horizontal row of white through the middle. Grab that, put that back in. Put some yellow dye in there. Add it to the top left corner, top right corner, doesn't matter, I like left. Grab that, put that back in. Finally, we do have enough stuff. Finally, grab black dye and add a border around it. And it looks like one of those smart fridges that has like a planner, that has like the weather. I really like it. And that's most of the kitchen complete at this point. All we've got to do is add, and anything, a pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern, whatever. Maybe we'll add it on the ground here. We're going to add this in the pantry. If you've got something that you can put on this wall behind, I don't think you can place banners behind scaffolding. You might be able to in Java, but if you find that you've got something else that you can throw in here, I mean, even on top of the scaffolding would be fine. Like you could even, but if you can place cake, you can't even place cake. Oh, bedrock. You can't even place that, but you could put like a pumpkin or something, which kind of reminds me. But although, by the way, we're at the point here where it's like, how much more detail can we cram in here? I mean, not much. I was considering adding some candles, so like adding some candles over here, but I mean we're kind of at the point where we've got a nice kitchen. Like the kitchen's really nice like this. I'm very happy with it, so we'll kind of leave it like that, and I think that we'll head into the front room, the sitting room as some might call it. Living room. There's got to be another word for it that I don't know. So, okay, what are we doing inside here? We can start off with scaffolding. We can grab smooth quartz stairs, sea lanterns, green banners, spruce wood planks, spruce trapdoor, lanterns, netherrack, flint and steel. Let's leave it at that because we don't have any more spots. Next to the door here, we're going to place, is it directly next to the door? I don't know if there's a gap, I'm going to be quite honest with you. So we'll place a scaffolding here, and then we want to place in the ground, by the way, in the ground, we want to destroy this, and we want to place 2 sea lanterns. So leave a gap of 1 between that, and then in the ground, destroy and place sea lanterns. Green banners. Then, left and right of the green banners, sideways facing quartz stairs, with then joining together quartz stairs joining together in the middle. Then on the opposite side of this, 2 spruce planks, and then we're going to extend the right plank up to the ceiling. We're going to add a shelf in this in the form of a spruce trapdoor, chuck a lantern at the top, and then we're going to use spruce trapdoors here, just on the sides. There we go, just to make it look nice and neat. It just looks like a cabinet. We don't have anything that we can, I mean, you could even put a painting back here. Oh, don't conflict. Perfect. You can even put a painting. That looks pretty cool. So, in the corner here, I want a modern fire. So it's going to be made out of 1, 2, 3 quartz stairs. Shall we stretch it to 4? 4 might be too much. We'll do 3. Join it back to the wall. A couple of netherracks. Flint and steel. Nice. So, next, iron trap doors. So, I don't know whether I like this better, right? I'll give you guys the option. We're supposed to have glass for this, but okay, let's grab glass because it's just about the last-ish sort of thing that we can make in here in its entirety. So around this needs to be glass, but above that, I'm not sure whether to use either iron trap doors or quartz slabs. I think quartz slabs might be better. Maybe we can have like quartz slabs and then an iron trap door. Maybe a couple of iron trap doors. Does that look dumb? I think it does, probably. So we'll just stick to the quartz slabs. And that looks pretty good. Underneath this, we could even place lodestones as I'm thinking about it, as we're kind of like... No, we won't place lodestones. So I want to make a TV. The TV, we're kind of going to go for one of those old-fashioned... Actually, you know what? Let me just... Let's, first of all, place a coffee table. Leave a gap of 1 in front of the sofa, and then place like a horizontal row of quartz slabs in front of this. On this wall, this is a good candidate for a picture. So this is actually a good place to stick a picture of some sort. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then I did just get an idea for a TV, actually. But I don't think, nah, it wouldn't look very good. So I'm just going to grab for a TV. I want the TV to be kind of like made out of wood. Don't ask why. So on this wall, I'm thinking upside down, 2 back to back. I think I want to leave a gap of. Do I want to leave a gap of 1 between the fire or a gap of 2? Probably a gap of 1 from the fire, and then kind of like back to back spruce wood stairs. But then it doesn't line up with the TV. I think we want to line it up with the TV more than anything, so we'll do that. So make sure it lines up with the center of the sofa, is what I was trying to say, not line up with the TV. Yeah, so line it up with the center of the sofa, have the 2 back-to-back stairs, and then we just need black concrete, trapdoor. Might be able to use paintings as well, so black concrete on top of this. And then I want to have like, I want the TV to look like boxed into some sort of unit. That's why we've got spruce like this. And I want kind of like an old-fashioned TV with like the levers on top of it to look like rabbit ears. And then we can have a painting in it, and that's just fine. It's an ugly painting, but it's just fine. And I just kind of want, I'd like the vibe. I don't know. I like the vibe of it. Let's also grab, because we can use, let's grab end rods. And let's grab green terracotta. So this is the end rod, and the green terracotta is to make a lamp where we have the sofa. And I want to have 2 rows of green glazed terracotta in front of the coffee table. And then I kind of want to make a feature out of this area as well. So what I mean by that is I want to grab smooth quarter stairs, and then green carpet, and I want to, in front of this, just place stairs, carpet in front, and then carpet behind. I kind of just want to make a feature out of it, you know? And do we have green banners? Yeah, we do have green banners, so what we could do is we could even have curtains. I don't think these will get in the way. Hashtag believe. You could even have like a curtain rail just up above this as well to make it a bit more interesting looking. And you could pile the curtains on top of each other, although I don't know if it's going to get in the way of the clock that we're going to have here. We'll have to see, but I don't think it will. And I guess, like, unless we put a picture up above here, I wouldn't mind a picture as well. I want a 2, I'm thinking, that is the exact one I wanted. Okay, cool. Could even add a shelf up above here as well. I don't know whether that would be too much or not, but we'll see. And the only thing that's missing is a clock in the corner of this room. But let's dump all this and let's grab what we need to finish off the living room and then move into the hallway and take care of that. And yet another set of materials. So we're going to be using, first of all, I don't know why first we've got an end rod. We don't need that until later, but end rod, block of iron, chain, bell, spruce trapdoor, spruce door, item frame, clock, and green glazed terracotta. So, in the corner of the room, we're going to have a grandfather clock. So that's going to be a bell on the floor with a chain above it, with a block of iron above that. You see, this is where the curtains might get in the way. We may have to remove the curtains. We could even hang them from here. No, we can't, can we? Can we hang them behind the... Anyway, so to the side of this, we're going to stack spruce trap doors. Hopefully that is going to close in the right way. Perfect. On top, also spruce trap doors. In front of this, spruce door, so that can remain either open or closed. Item frame in front of the iron, clock inside of it. Boom, you got a grandfather clock. So, we'll contemplate the curtains later because I don't think that we can place them behind the iron rods. I'm almost certain that we can't. And we may just have to give up the curtain dream. So, now that we've got... That's the front room done, by the way. I mean, it's pretty nice in here. Pretty simple. Pretty cool. Let's head into the dining room. So, the hallway. So, inside of the hallway, as I grab the plans here... Where did I put them? So inside the hallway, I want to have green glazed terracotta kind of circling the hall, or the staircase sort of area. I think I also just want to stick a clock on the wall just here for some reason. I don't know why. It just makes sense that that'd be there. I don't know. It just does. I mean, maybe even here. kind of just like on this wall. It's something somebody would just like have on a wall somewhere. I also want to have pictures, paintings and stuff, but we don't have that actually. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab spruce planks, lanterns, crafting table, armor stand, chest, painting, quartz stairs, tripwire hook, and a cauldron. So let's actually sort. So the tripwire hook and the cauldron and stuff. So this is actually for the bathroom here. So let's stick a cauldron with a quartz stairs next to it, tripwire hook above the stair, and then we just need to have an oak trap door for the toilet, and that's all this is. So it's like a toilet with a sink in here. You could even stick a painting on the wall. That one's fine, I guess, with a lantern in the corner, and boom, you've just got like a little downstairs bathroom. That's all you need. That's all there is to it. So on the walls in the hallway, I want to have a set of paintings. Now, I only need 2 of them actually, and they're just above this door line here. And we're going to leave a gap of 1, and then we're going to have a 1x1 painting, followed by another 1x1 painting, and it will look a little something like this. Preferably with nicer looking paintings. So that will do. Perfect. Just a couple of paintings on the wall. We could even have one more. There is actually room for but another. No, that'd be fine there. That'll do. So just a set of 3 paintings just in the hallway, just to brighten it up a little bit. We could even chuck a cheeky little lantern. Is that against the wall? No, it's not. Just here, to kind of keep things bright. So in the hallway as well, I kind of just want a unit, so that's going to be a spruce plank next to it, an armor stand, just in case that one wasn't enough. Could even chuck like an oak trap door in front of the unit if we wanted to. I think, oh, I guess, what if we put the armor stand here in this corner? Here. And then we can kind of like make the unit like, we could even have like a crafting table, and then a spruce plank, and then an oak trap door. I just want a bit of variation. And then we could have like a tripwire hook above the crafting table. Why don't I have plans for this? I'm kind of making this up on the fly because I can't. I just want a bit of different decoration. Then maybe like a flower pot on here. And then I did want to have spruce trap doors above this. So kind of like on the ceiling. And then that allows us to, we can place like a lantern up here, but there's not really too much else that we can do. And I guess that we can kind of just leave it at that. Do we want a painting here? I don't know whether I want to place too many paintings, you know, so maybe just, but I don't know. I mean, it's kind of nice. Like it's kind of like a nice little, it's kind of like a little bit crowded, but not too crowded sort of feel. We could even grab, oh, okay. Well, that didn't work. Oh, I'm actually wearing one, so we could even put like another diamond chest plate just on here, just to kind of like reiterate what this is. And then we're kind of done with downstairs, ladies and gentlemen. Like, there's not too much more to do down here. I think that there's actually nothing to do. I don't know why I said too much more, because I don't think there is anything whatsoever. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to move ourselves upstairs, and I think we will make the unit. So there is a unit directly in front of us as we hit the top of the stairs. It's made using spruce planks, spruce trapdoors, spruce door. Maybe we could use paintings, we can use candles, we can use lantern, we can do all sorts of stuff. But anyway, maybe we want to use stairs. Do we want to use stairs for it? We might even use some spruce stairs. So like in this corner here, a couple of spruce stairs, spruce plank on the end, extend up to, and then across. And then we'll have a spruce door in front of the side this unit here, with like a spruce trapdoor above. And then on this unit, then we can have just like a painting. We could have like a lantern, just to kind of like keep things a bit bright. And then we can stick spruce trapdoors in front of this. And it equally serves as kind of like a light, and you know, also, I mean, what we could also do is just candles. So you know, candles are such a pain on Bedrock. So we could just have some candles as well, because if we grab a chain, we're going to suspend some chains like above where we have the, maybe we'll do it like this. We'll have chains 1 row inwards from each side of the banister for the stairs. So here, no. So here and here, just like this. So just hanging down. And I also want to place spruce trapdoors on the banister as well, just to kind of make it a little bit more interesting instead of just a fence, you know, it just makes it a little bit more exciting to look at. Around the banister, I like the idea of having some glazed terracotta, some green glazed terracotta, so like this. Here. Oh, we accidentally destroyed the lodestone below us, that's okay. Load a new one up. Here. Oh, and another one, my bad. Here, just kind of like around, it's just, oh no, it just looks kind of nice. In the corner here, we need a ladder. So the ladder is actually going to take us up into the loft. We have to destroy up into it here. And oh, hang on. So let's actually go up inside here. So there we go. Make the ladder go maybe even a couple of rows higher than it needs to. Do we have what we need? So for the loft, basically, right? I like the idea of having just a big sort of like open plan loft. And we may even have, and by the way, I'm doing this at random, maybe just like a beam that kind of goes up to the ceiling, like this, right? And then we can create a false wall in the loft. So that beam might not be appropriate. But the idea is I kind of just want to create kind of like I might even make it a bit dusty, like I might add some cobwebs and stuff, but we're kind of just doing the structure of it. It's clearly not as big as, like, rarely lofts are typically as big as the entire upstairs, right? But in the, you know, I don't want to fill a giant room. So you could turn this into an extra bedroom, or you could turn that, you know, whatever you want really. But I plan on just chucking, oh, and we can place it'd probably have upside down, so like the roof part would be like textured. Is textured the right word? Like it'd be shaped like this. Here. And then here. And then I think I might add some like cobwebs and some barrels and some stuff up here a little bit later on. But I just want a little loft room, or turn it into a bedroom, it's up to you. But that'll do just for now. And I want to use a spruce trapdoor to make it look as though that, like, you can open and close this latch. I'm going to place upside down dark prismarine stairs here against this wall with green carpet on top. That's looking pretty good. Do we want any pictures? I don't think so. I think that this is busy enough. Or we could sort of emulate what we have downstairs. I suppose you can change this at any point in time that you like. But I probably, the only, of course we get doubles. And then we get doubles. So, there we go. That looks pretty good. So annoying. That looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with this. Again, it's kind of like an even mix between like busy and just detailed enough, so I'm quite happy with that. We can add a cheeky lantern just in the corner here just to keep things nice and bright. And that's the hallway pretty much done, which leads us in to the bedroom. So, the bedroom. What can we can actually use a good amount of this stuff. So, we need spruce planks, spruce doors. We need the spruce, I don't know if we need spruce stairs to be honest, but birch trapdoor, birch button, lanterns, we can use the green terracotta, the paintings, red wall. So in this alcove here, we're going to have a couple of wardrobes. This is made using 2x2 spruce wood planks like this, with spruce doors in front. And there you go, nice, simple, easy wardrobe. And then in between these, I probably like the idea of having the same sort of like bay window design, right? So, or you could have a dressing table. That might also be a good option. So maybe we can use the upside down stairs here and then stick kind of like a chair in front of this. And then maybe just like, I don't know, you could stick stuff on here. But a little desk area is actually pretty good. But then we've got another desk off to the side here. So I'm not sure if this is a little bit redundant. So we could even just turn it into the same sort of like design that we've got everywhere else for a bay window. In the opposite side of the room where we have the lodestones, a row of 2x3 red carpets, or red walls, I should say. And I want to stack, and then leave a gap of 1. And then we want a 2x3 block area using green glazed terracotta. And then we're going to place spruce trapdoors in front of this. And then off to the side here, we're going to have just a couple of spruce wood planks. And we can stick, say, like flower pots for like cups of water or what have you. In the corner, 2 rows off from the ground, I'm going to stick a glazed terracotta, and then to meet it, a couple of end rods extending up from the ground like this. Perfect. And then on this back wall here, we can have a couple of things, like we can have a chest, lanterns, crafting table, spruce trap doors. So like a couple of chests, spruce trapdoors across the top, crafting table, or a couple of crafting tables. And then here we could have, we could have another flower pot, but we could actually put like a flower in it. So, flower pot. And then let's grab the azure bluettes, which we'll put in there. That's looking pretty good. On this wall here, do we have the black concrete? We do not, but we can grab some. There is always room for more. So on here, we can have like a 2x3, and it just looks like a wall-mounted television. And then we can use white carpet on the bed at the top to look like a pillow. That's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this room so far. And then just over here, I like the idea of having a desk. So you could make the desk out of it. Like you could have like spruce wood plank, upside down stairs, spruce wood plank. As long as it's away from these, by the way. Oh, I was going to also put shelves up above. Where'd they go? I was going to put shelves up above the wardrobes, like this. Just because I think it looks nice. I don't need anything up there. On the desk, and by the way, we can have a seat, so that can be in the format. Let's use a quartz stair. We'll do it in the middle. No, because I want to see the middle. So we'll have stair. Now, can you place buttons? Oh, you can on top of upside down stairs. Excellent. And then we need the birch pressure plate. Sorry, the birch trapdoor, and then we can place this in front of here, so that can be a laptop with a mouse. Stick a flower pot on the end. That can be anything. And then I'm thinking a couple of pictures in here, and that can be, we can pretty much just split the room with like a 2x2 and a 2x2. Do we want the same? I guess we could just have the same picture, kind of like this. And it's a pretty just chilled out bedroom. I like the design of it. It's nice and simple, nice and easy. Can't go too wrong. Very, very happy with it. And there you go. That's kind of the entire bedroom. And in doing that, ladies and gentlemen, we have about 2 rooms left to do. So first, actually, let's dip up into the loft. So my idea for the loft, right? Crafting tables. I mean, you can even have cauldrons up here. You can have old armor stands. You can have all sorts of stuff. But the main gist of this is that it's kind of like a storage room. And you can have shulker boxes. You can have barrels. You can have note blocks. Like, oh, you know, just up here. I mean, if you want to chuck something more fun up here, I don't know what you might put. But, you know, just like, it's basically just a trash room. I think everybody's got one. And, you know, just put some stuff up here. I mean, if you want to put something fun up here, like, here's an idea for you. If you're like, oh, what can I put that's fun? If you want, you could hide an ender chest. What am I doing? You could hide an ender chest up here, or you could hide something really fun, like a dragon egg. Like, just for the fun of it. Like, just behind here, behind this beam, you could have like a little hidden away dragon egg, just as a bit of fun, you know? And you can also, I mean, feel free to litter the floor a little bit with, you know, a couple of, we'll stack a couple of boxes up here. And there you go. And then we can have like just a little dragon egg, just as a, you know, it's just fun. Why would there be a dragon egg up here? I don't know. It's up to you, but yeah, just a bit of a boring loft, but it's just something that'd make sense. So leading in to the last room, of which we've already made a little bit of, I'm going to dump all these materials, and then hopefully, I'm hoping against hope, because I don't think this uses lots of stuff, although it kind of does, we will be able to grab all of the remaining materials for the bathroom. Okay, we have reached the final point of this video. We need but one more inventory full of materials. So, light grey glazed terracotta, end rods, iron trapdoor, leather, daylight sensor, black glass pane, cauldron, chain, oak trapdoors. So first of all, the light grey glazed terracotta is basically just to create kind of like a wall for the shower. So that's just to the left of all of the lodestones. And we need to just chuck a daylight sensor in the bottom there too. In this corner, end rod, iron trapdoor, below that a lever. Then we're going to place some black stained glass pane, and this is going to be kind of like the shower screen. It's kind of like a walk-in shower, like this. Looks pretty good. We can make a toilet that's going to be in between the bath and the shower. Cauldron, oak trapdoor above, extending down from the ceiling, a chain with, do we do 2 chains? 2 chains, a chain, 2 chains, and then an end rod. Now we're going to grab smooth quartz stairs, spruce slabs, flower pot, lantern, scaffolding, birch trapdoor, tripwire hook painting, and light grey shulker box. The smooth quartz stairs is, I want to believe, the cistern, which is where all the water's stored in the toilet, and then these old-fashioned ones, like there must be a pipe that comes down in the wall, or we could even add a pipe, but then that'd look a little bit weird. And anyway, that's for the toilet. What am I, a plumber? That's the toilet. And then for the bath, we need a tripwire hook. That's right there, just in the corner. I want to create a shelf using a couple of spruce wood slabs. This is 1 row away from the top here. Going to chalk a lantern there and a flower pot. Got some scaffolding. Going to stack that in the corner like this, and then I'm going to stick some birch trap doors to just make like a little unit of sorts like this. You could even shorten, if you wanted to, like we could shorten this to make it so that it's not so in the way. Like we can shorten the sink area, my bad there we go, and then we can stick the trapdoors on top of each other if I can. Hand-eye coordination, just like this, and then you can still see through the sides, that's fine, I don't mind. Tripwire hook above the sink area again here. Shulker boxes are going to be placed above, so like next to the tripwire hook, I'm going to stick like a lantern and a flower pot, just because we need it brighter in here. And above where the lantern is, a couple of shulker boxes on the wall. We can even stick a painting if we want, or a couple of paintings. Yeah, that's fine, just there. So for the sink, I mean, what can we use? We can use some end rods. We can use, what's the grey carpet? Oh, grey carpet. Maybe weighted pressure plates. I'll show you what they were for originally. Green glazed terracotta loom, cyan banner. Just white dye? Seems as though we need more than just white dye. We definitely need more than white dye. So, oh, we need to make the banner for the medicine cabinet as well. So anyway, a couple of light grey carpets above the tripwire hook. Originally, I was going to have a pressure plate. Can we place it on the... Oh, we can place it on top of the unit. That's what we'll do there. I want to have an end rod at the end of the bath placed sideways. You can even have the same here where the shower is. Around the edge of the bath, I'm going to destroy the birch planks. And I'm going to place some green glazed terracotta in there instead. So, the loom is used for banners, obviously, but the first banner that we're going to make is a towel. Cyan banner, stripy effect with the white dye, boom, can't go wrong. The towels are placed directly underneath the end rods like this, just some nice stripy towels. And then all we have to do is make the mirror for the cabinet. And this is relatively easy to do. We just need a light blue banner. We need light grey dye, white dye, grey dye. Maybe 2 light greys, actually, because to match the colour of the... It depends. Okay, so open up the loom. Light blue banner in there. Then we'll do the white dye first. We'll learn from the washing machine. We'll add a diagonal using white dye. Grab that, put that back in. Light grey dye, gradient effect. Doesn't matter which one. I like that one better. Grab that, put that back in. And then last but not least, we need to add a border effect. So if you want to match the cabinet, then add a light grey border effect and throw it in front of the top shulker box. Or if you don't care about that, add a different colour. White, dark grey, black, blue. Blue would look weird. You guys get the idea. And that's... Guys, we kind of made the entire house. Now that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the entire house complete. I cannot believe that we've done it. I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please do remember to hit that like button. It really helps me the channel out very, very much. Subscribe to the channel. Click that little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all my videos sent directly to your sub box. And if you do want to make anything else by me, check out the card system, the description below, and the top of the comment section for more. I would recommend the City Builds playlist. It has loads and loads of stuff in there. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!